Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 15th of September. We continue to look at the beginning of Ezekiel's prophecy, where he has this vision of God. And as we saw yesterday, in his describing of it, he can't describe it exactly because he's limited with human words and human experiences. And he sees and experiences something, and then he has to use the language that we have to describe it in some way. And our language is always limited by the fact that we are living within the space-time existence that we have, and God is outside it. And we see that as we reach the end of the chapter where he sees God. He describes it as follows. Above the vault over their heads was what looked like a throne of lapis lazuli. Again, it was what looked like a throne. Wasn't quite a throne, but throne's the best word we've got for it. And high above on the throne was a figure like that of a man. I saw that from what appeared to be his waist up, he looked like glowing metal, as if full of fire, and that from there down he looked like fire, and brilliant light surrounded him. Like the appearance of a rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the appearance around him. And so if one was to sit and try and draw a picture of this, it would be almost impossible. And what you have as a picture would, I believe, be far removed from what Ezekiel actually saw and what he experienced. But he's trying to describe the indescribable. And he says to us, this was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. So this wasn't the Lord that he saw. This wasn't even the glory of the Lord that he saw. It wasn't the likeness of the glory of the Lord. It was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord, 4 times removed from God. That's what he saw. He knew that this was about God, this is around God, but it was 4 times removed. And yet, when I saw it, I fell face down, and I heard the voice of one speaking. He is overwhelmed as he sees even this far removed from God. It is still overwhelming. And we need to remember just how other God is. We so often anthropomorphize him and try to describe God in human ways. He's a loving father. Yes, he is, but he's so much more than that. The good shepherd, way more than that. The King of Kings, yes, he's a king, but that doesn't even begin to describe what he is. And God accommodates himself to us. And we see this most clearly in Jesus, where he takes on human form and steps into our world that we can know him better and that he can open a way to him. But we mustn't use God's condescension to limit our appreciation of who he is. And we always need to remember that the greatest and the most vast and the best that we can conceive of doesn't come close to what God is actually like. And so be encouraged that we worship a God that is like that is so other and yet so approachable in Christ. And as we try and get our heads around it, which we never can, let it be an inspiration to us and an encouragement to us and a great blessing.